Rolling.
Get over here.
Okay, I'm coming. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Everybody. We are in beautiful Annweiler, Germany.
Annweiler à la Deutschland. Annweiler Trifels, which is right at the castle Trifels.
Yeah. So this little town, it's a quiet village. It's right by the Alsace-Lorraine region. And so France is a few minutes away, 45 minutes I think.
Yeah.
In a past trip here, we went to Strasbourg.
And it's about an hour and a half west of Frankfurt.
Mm-hmm.
Southwest, you go south of Frankfurt, but just in the rolling mountains. And as you'll see the area with some of our shots, you'll see that this is a beautiful, quaint town in the valley. Lots of wine growing in this area. Incredible little views, and lots of little Weinstuben, lots of wine stations, wine villages. And we're not very far away from the base, military base.
So we're here to visit family, his side of the family.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of history in this town from my family. The Brons come from this area, and from my side of the family. And so we've got many generations that have grown up here. And the house we're staying in is the house that my grandmother was born in, and her siblings and all of that. So it's still in the family. And we're in the middle of the town, the Shipka Pass, which is where they would mill the grain along this little creek. So this is part of the center of Annweiler.
come take a tour with us, get to know Annweiler a little bit.
So this is behind me is the city hall, the new city hall. New, it's 30 years old, but new, and it's the Rathaus. We're gonna walk by the original Rathaus that's historical and now is a museum. But it's the city hall where the government of this region operates out of.
Tell us about what's running through, what body of water this is running through the town.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here.
So this is the eastern end of the Wassergasse, Watergasse, marked by the mill wheel of the former Lomu bar mill, bark mill. What I love about this town is the traditional German type of architecture, and it's so small, but like there's a lot of activities that you can do surrounding the city. Like there's a lot of hiking trails and bicycling trails and vineyards.
Wine tasting.
Yeah, you can do wine tasting. This is another mill wheel here in town. So this is the west part, the west end.
So this is town square Annweiler, the original Rathaus. There, it's blocked off for vehicles, so it's now walking to the city. This is a water trough for the animals, the livestock, horses, and all that in the days when these streets were all covered in buggies and horses. But still, use it today. Still has ongoing water. Gross. And this is part of the wall. This is one section of the wall. The city was a fortified city, had a wall around it. So parts of the city still have the old wall. Annweiler was established by Kaiser Frederick in the 1100s, middle century, as a state, a protected area. So, and then the fortifications, it's the Trifels and all that, are all the castles and the forts in the area to help identify oncoming troops from other military, other regimes. But the Kaiser dedicated this area as a state.
So it's surrounded by beautiful hills and lots of old castles as well.
So this is the Pension Auxjack, which is central in the town. Great place to stay. Lodging here is very inexpensive. Nice, clean rooms. They have 2 and 3 bedroom setups with bathrooms and showers. Nothing shared, it's all individual. But a great place to stay. One of the many pensions or guest houses here in Annweiler. So this is the Annweiler train station, the Hauptbahnhof. This is the central train station. It's easy to come into Annweiler via train. You can take the train in from Frankfurt or Karlsruhe or Strasbourg into here. It runs. It's a city train, so it's slow. It runs every hour and a half. But it's a good way to come in here without having a car, and then you could walk around this entire village.
There's plenty of signage here for people that come to visit, but just keep in mind that a lot of the signage is just in German. There's a few that are closer to the town square, where they have different languages like English, French, Spanish. So, you know, might be a good idea to brush up on your German.
Yeah, a little Deutsch.
When you visit these smaller little towns. And that's true for many other smaller towns anyway, where many folks not necessarily need to speak English or other languages. This area here is the general. There's like a couple of shops here in this little square. There's Basgau for foods.
Foods, yeah.
More foods.
Supermarket.
And then we have a store for fashion over here. And then a DM, which is kind of like your general grocery or general items.
Like a Target.
Yeah. And overlooking is Trifels right there. Look at that, Trifels. Right on top of that hill. So there's these rainbow flags. Look at those windows right there, the copper ones.
This is the regional fire station. This one here is staffed with people here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A lot of the little villages are only volunteers or only local, and they're not 24/7. But the police station in Annweiler is not 24/7, only the firehouse.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have Christian explain it.
Yes, 1,000 years ago when Annweiler was attacked and people tried to take the city, they weren't able to enter the city because of the city wall. So after unsuccessful attacks, they decided they just gonna block the entrances of the city and wait until the people of Annweiler starve. And once they are starved, they will be able to get in. So when food was really scarce and the Annweiler people had no idea what to do, they took little children and took the goat fur and put the children in the goat fur and showed them over the city wall to pretend that they still have lots of food, and they are not starving yet. And when the enemy saw that, they decided to go away.
Wow.
And that's the story because the Annweiler are called the goats.
Oh. About how many did you say there were around town? And what's the branding?
Yeah, it's there was a celebration for the county going on, which took place in Annweiler 2 years ago, and all the local enterprises, they donated those goat plastics and they are branded by their brands. So that's the idea behind.
And there's about 13 or something?
13, 15, something like that.
Okay. So that's a good kind of activity for people to visit here, is a little scavenger hunt to find all of the goats. And this Asher Cafe here is very good. We've eaten there several times. They have delicious cakes and pastries and coffee. Right up here is Trifels. And it's right by where we're staying, so everything in Annweiler is very close, very accessible. Everything's very accessible.
The little town of Annweiler.
Yeah!